What is an ARC read? Do I get paid to review these books? How do I become an ARC reader? How do I get the book? These are all valid questions when you're first getting into doing ARC reads. Stands for Advanced Reader Copy. There are also ALCs, Advanced Listener Copies, and that's really cool because you get an audiobook as well. You are getting this in exchange for an honest review. Which means for that second question that I asked where I said, do I get paid for this? No, because you're already getting early access to a book that hasn't even released yet. You are getting it for free. You also, let's say you're doing a book tour instead, or a release day blast, or a cover reveal. Any of these, even the ARC reviews alone, if you are posting it on social media, tagging those authors, a lot of them, I would say the vast majority of them, are going to interact with your stuff too. They love to see it. They love to see people interacting with their book and what people have to say about their book. You get all of this. In turn, a little bit of exposure, especially if you're working with a company. If they are sharing your posts, you're getting their audience. Let's say you stuck with just the ARC reading. Like you don't want to post about this. You don't have a bookish platform. That's totally fine. You can strictly post on Goodreads, Fable, Amazon. Amazon is like gold star of reviews because the more reviews, it pushes that book. And a lot of authors actually say, like, if you review before release day, please come back for release day. I've also heard and seen that reviews with photos drive it even more. You're already using a photo for your social media platforms and then attach it to your Amazon review. Gold star for you. Now, how do you even go about applying for these ARC reads? I myself have done over 50. I got in a little over my head at the beginning and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be accepted for all of these. I even heard no a few times. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go crazy this day. You know, the algorithm basically feeds you what you want. So once you apply to one on Instagram, guess what starts popping up? Street teams, release day blast, all the things, right? I'm at the point now where I have authors coming to me to ask me if I would like to ARC read their book. And I have to see if it fits in my schedule, the page count, how long it's going to take me to read it, all those things. If the author themselves are doing it, they will have a sign up link somewhere on their profile. Click it, fill out the simple Google form, probably have questions like name, follower count, where do you post your reviews, that kind of thing. Have you ever read their books before if this is not their first book? Now, if it's a company, they also will have it either in their bio, you can find them, you can look up even on Google, ARC opportunity companies. Boom. I bet you like 20 will pop up. I never did that. I found all of mine through Instagram, actually. I'd say the number 2 coming to my mind is Love Notes PR. They are amazing, fantastic to work with. And Iris Influencer Society. Both of those are like the major 2 that I'm thinking of right now. There's also Handbrake PR. There's Books in Bloom. There's Crowns and Chaos. There's individual author street teams. Once you get onto their street teams, you are able to be like the first to get ARC opportunities in the future and all of that. Now let's get into how you actually receive your ARC read. I've learned that there are many different ways to receive your ARC read. It depends on the author, if it's a company, all of those factors come into play here. Either send you a direct download, how you want it, EPUB, PDF through BookFunnel, and then you are able to download it to the BookFunnel app, or you can send it from BookFunnel to your Kindle and other platforms. Some use NetGalley, some use Book Sirens. I mean, there's multiple ways for you to receive this. It's always up to the author, the company, whatever platform they are using to distribute, how they need to distribute. So a lot of them will send out like an email a week of all the open signups. Or let's say you are in their influencer program as well, and you might have first dibs on the open ARC opportunities. So they might send it to you first. Handbrake loves to do this. They'll like randomly send me something and be like, here's your free copy. We'd love to see a review in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And that's that. Love Notes PR has an Instagram channel, so they will post like closing soon opportunities, but they also have a webpage with all of their open signups on there. Iris Influencer Society also has a webpage with all of their open signups. We'll send you opportunities. In the Google form that you signed up on, it usually would have told you the timeline of it. This is releasing May 6th, and you need to have your reviews in by then, or sometimes it's a week later, whatever they want. And you would have been able to commit to that. DNF is okay, but save it for serious situations, like you seriously don't like the book, and make sure you reach out to that company or author and let them know why. One of the biggest things is communication, or else you could get kicked off of their ARC list. Let's say you got accepted into an ARC read, right? Now you just got accepted into another one. Here comes another one. And finally, that email just came through with all the open signups, and you're like, I really, really, really want this book. How are you going to keep track of all of that? You have to be mindful about what you already signed up for, or you will be drowning in reads, and then reading becomes something that's not fun anymore. Attaching a deadline to it, and sometimes that can be dangerous if you don't know where that line is at between adhering to a deadline and being like, oh my gosh, I have to read this in the next 2 days, or else I can't get my review in and I'm really not interested in it. And that's what happens with that. Like I said, I've done over 50 ARC reads, and sometimes that meant 20 in a month. And it was like, oh, how am I going to keep track of all of these? I'm a big Notion girly. I love the little templates that you can create. And so I made one for myself. I do sell it. It is super cheap. It's got categories, it's got your due date, it's got everything you would possibly need with options for the street team, if there's a Google Drive. What did you sign up for? Was it just the ARC read? Was it a book tour where you are required to post on a certain day? Usually a requirement to fill out a form once you've reviewed. Was it for a cover reveal? Was it for a release day blast? All of these options are built into this template, and I will link that in the description under this video. This is where I'm going to smooth my way into mentioning that I just announced yesterday